Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. Welcome to a Power Pack Brokerpreneur Byte. Get ready to dive into proven strategies for recruiting top talent, retaining your best agents, and skyrocketing sales in the next 10 minutes. I'm your host, of course, Dr. Ben Spears, along with our real estate guru, Matt Vi. Join us as we unravel the secrets to take your brokerage to new heights. Let's dive in.
So Ben, tell us a little bit about what an entrepreneur is. What in your mind, you're an entrepreneur. So tell us a little bit about your history and your background first, right? Because I know you're a serial entrepreneur. Let's talk a little bit about that, and then what does an entrepreneur have to have, and how is it defined in your eyes?
Gotcha. So a little bit about my history. You know, I was a chiropractor for almost a decade. You know, in Kentucky, we moved to Florida. I became a real estate agent. Right. Then we started a digital marketing company. You know, where we help agents market and grow their businesses. Now, obviously, you know, Matt and I are co-owners of Prospect Boomerang, you know, and we're doing this podcast. But what every single one of those things took was risk and sacrifice.
Yep, absolutely.
And you don't always, and an entrepreneur doesn't always know what's going to happen.
Right.
Right. And oftentimes they never know what's going to happen, and it's a terrifying journey. But at the exact same time, it's the most thrilling journey as well. Right. And you and I were listening to a podcast the other day, you know, Tom Ferry's podcast, and they were talking, you know, about entrepreneurs as well. And the guest, I think his name was Casey or Carrie or something like that.
Right.
He said, an entrepreneur doesn't work for someone else, right? You know, they take all this risk and they say, no, like I'm not doing that. I'm going all in,
right?
You know, no matter what it takes. But then you'll listen to someone, you know, like Gary Vaynerchuk or Gary V, as he'll be known, and he'll say, yeah, by all means, you can be an entrepreneur. You go to your 9 to 5, right? Have stability, but what are you doing from 7 till 2 in the morning? Right. So you can be a part-time entrepreneur. And I really think that I gravitate more toward that definition. And what I mean by that is you're out there, you're selling, maybe you're doing open houses every weekend, meaning you have your broker's license, maybe you have a couple agents, you're doing open houses every weekend, you know, you're doing showings, you're still going on listing appointments. But you really in the back of your mind, you're thinking, gosh, like there's more, right? I know that there's more, right? Okay, maybe I'm going to try this thing, or I'm going to try that thing, right? I'm flexible, I'm adaptable, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a vision of where I want this to go. Right now, you know, I'm selling.
Right. And I don't think any broker ever gets into being a broker, opens a brokerage thinking, you know, what I really want to do is I want to go work really hard selling houses, finding clients so that I can pay a light bill.
Yeah, you
right. That's not what they want.
You're exactly right. You celebrate the day you get that broker's license, not just because you got a new license,
right? But
it's almost like you got a new lease on life, right?
Here's a new vision.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a new opportunity, you know, that I can grab hold of, take advantage of, and really just go out there and try and do something, and maybe even build a legacy for myself and my family.
Right. So one of the things that from an entrepreneurial standpoint, you know, they're always looking at what the big picture vision is down the road, right?
Yep.
So I don't think, and I could be wrong, right? There are brokers that get in the business, and they're like, you know, if I just hire a couple of agents, I hire one or two other people, it's going to cover what my overhead is, whatever quote unquote my overhead is, right? And I'll help them out and I'll mentor them, but that's really the extent of what they want to do. That's not a brokerpreneur, right?
Right.
That's a broker, right? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Okay? But that's just a broker, right?
Yep.
A brokerpreneur is somebody that's like, you know what? I want to get to the point where I'm doing something that other people are contributing and succeeding with, that I love contributing to them, they love contributing back, and there's profit after all the expenses are paid. There's some opportunity to go forward. A brokerpreneur is somebody that believes that a company should be profitable, not that it should just pay its expenses, not that it should just pay its overhead so you can put 100% of your commissions in your pocket, right? Because we've talked about it before.
You don't want to break even.
That's exactly right. Yeah. We've talked about it before, right? There's no such thing as 100% commission.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So you know, the big picture is they've got a vision. right? And that vision has profitability tied to it. It also has risk tied to it,
Yep.
right? It also has, all of these different things. That's the brokerpreneur, the person that's like, you know what? I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going after this. I want something more than break even, like you just said.
Yep.
I want something more than just making it, just getting by, right?
Yep.
I want something. I want to build something that other people can profit with me. Okay.
Yep.
So a brokerage isn't just one person. That's a broker, right? So I want other people to profit. I want them to succeed. I want them to be happy. I want them to be part of my vision. I see them succeeding. When I go forward, I see them winning too, right? That's part of being a brokerpreneur. But I'm also going to win at a different level, and I now have an opportunity to be profitable other than just what I work hard and do myself.
Yeah, exactly. And I would excuse me, I would say also that those brokerpreneurs have patience.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Hopefully.
Well,
They should.
Well, then are you a brokerpreneur or not? Right.
Right. Whether you don't. Okay. Yep,
Right.
I follow.
And so patience has a lot to do with it. Like, remember when you first got your real estate license? Did you just walk out, first week and people were just lining up at the door like, please take me on showings, please list my home. No, you had
Well,
that.
you did. You had something under contract in 3 days after getting your license.
I did, but listen, guys. Yeah. I don't know how to say it. I'm pretty awesome. But anyway, no,
that wasn't a client that was waiting in the wings, by the way. That was a converted lead that he had under contract in 3 days with getting his license. He got the lead on day 1, had him under contract on day 3.
Yeah, we did showing. I did showings on first day of having my license, and I remember, this is a short story, guys, so just bear with me. I remember going, and I didn't even have my super key turned on, and I couldn't get in the house. I was like, "What's going on?" And my super key's not working. So then, I went back out to my car. I was like, "Let me, blah blah blah." And they're like, "You have to pay your $14." So I paid my $14. Then I got in the house. So that's an entrepreneurial journey.
That's exactly right.
Right. I was adaptable. There was risk. I was learning as I was going.
Yep.
But I also got into that house.
Right.
And so I didn't get scared. I didn't tell them like, okay, we can't see this house today. I'm sorry. Let me go curl up in a ball.
Right. And you didn't. Here's another key thing I think with a brokerpreneur especially. Notice he didn't start blaming everybody else. He didn't go back out to the car to the people and go, you know what, this is the MLS's fault, and my broker should have told me how to do this, and nobody told me whenever I did this, nobody whatever. No, he wasn't a victim in the situation, right?
Right.
What you said was, oh, crap, let's fix it. This is a barrier to me succeeding. This is a barrier to my success. I took the risk. I've got to get over this risk. I got to take advantage of this opportunity. It's time for me to move forward. There's no time for pointing the finger at everybody else and how they held you back for a brokerpreneur.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so, getting back to my point of patience, remember what it was like learning to read. Remember what it was like learning to walk. Probably can't remember that, but remember, right? None of those things came easy. And a brokerpreneur, an entrepreneur is going to look at this and not open up their shop and say, well, gosh, I've hung my shingle. I've been open for a month. Why don't I have 100 agents in my office? Right. No, of course it's going to be hard work. Of course it's going to take risk. There's definitely going to be times when you're like, man, like, should I have signed the lease for this space? Like, what did I get myself into?
Should I have bought this software? Should I have hired that person to help? Or should I have there's always going to be that doubt.
Should I have gotten my broker's license?
Yeah, that's where it all starts.
Right.
Absolutely.
But an entrepreneur or a brokerpreneur is never going to question that.
Right.
They're just going to say,
not seriously, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did this for a reason.
Yep.
It's going to win or it's going to lose.
Right.
But it's not because I didn't put forth the effort to try and get it there.
Yeah. Yeah. So the fear of the issue and the problem that you're having should not be larger than the passion for the vision that you have.
Yes, I like that. I never heard that.
The passion of, I just made it up.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I never heard it. How you doing today, Matt?
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Say that again.
I can't. What did I just say? I don't even know what I said. We'll have to go back and listen to it.
Okay.
The fear of what you're afraid of should not outweigh the passion of your vision.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep, exactly.
So what that means is that An entrepreneur doesn't let that happen,
Yep.
right? Someone that's not a brokerpreneur, someone that's not an entrepreneur, lets that happen. Lets it happen all the time. And sometimes they don't like the weight of that on them, of that fear, and so they put it off on other people.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yep. So we see that a lot, right? So I know a lot of people that went out and got their, were agents, went out and got their broker's license, failed at a really high level, and then the next thing you know, they're in an office with someone else, which is completely great,
Absolutely.
right? Rock on. Oh, and that was for so many times that was the smart thing for them to do. But unfortunately, the part that I hate the most about that is they had the drive to try that. They failed because some things just didn't work out the way that they were supposed to work out. But then they never tried again. That's the heartbreaking part to me.
Yeah,
gave
up on their dream.
That's right. They had that desire, they had that want, failed at a big level, kind of tucked back in, and part of it is that they're afraid that people saw them fail once, and they're going to go out and try it again and fail again. They don't want people to see that the second time.
Oh, absolutely.
I think a brokerpreneur doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Brokerpreneur is like, hey, you saw me fail? Hey, watch this.
Yeah, you thought
Hey,
that was a big splash.
That's right. Watch this one.
Cannonball.
That's right. That's a brokerpreneur.
Yeah.